Israel. We are now have entered our third year of learning every single day. A very chashava and big tzibur comes on every single day to learn, and we've been through many sugyas shas. This could not be done. This could not be done without the participation of Mamish Gedolei Yisrael, ranging from the Ziknei Yarchei HaYeshiva, you'll hear some of them whom you'll hear from this week, down to all the chashava younger stars, Rabbanim in Lakewood, etc. We've had probably over 100 people have said shiurim for us. However, the mainstay of that operation, which has now produced thousands of hours of high level of Terabian, is a guy named Michas Asher, who I don't know why, and it's mamish incredible to me, but he agreed to come on every single Sunday, and every single Sunday we have over 100 people listening to the Rav as he gives shiurim be'in, and we move from sugya to sugya, and of course, for the Rav it's not a problem to prepare and say anything, but still, it's a big achrayas, it's a big farnem, and I want to thank him. The Bnei Chabura have thanked him, first of all, in a tangible way by supporting his maestas over the years very nicely, as Rav knows. In addition, not sure, there were a bunch of guys, so we didn't exactly know how to do this. We didn't know what to do, but we decided we wanted to get something tangible for our chashav rabbanim who are meiser their guf to us. The nefesh is not my department, but they're meiser their guf many hours. The Rav has now said over 100 shiurim to us every single week since Corona started. So we bought him a little gift, a becher, so when he can use this for the Seder, or he can use this for Kiddush, he'll remember us. And on the Tetzel, my wife wrapped it very nicely, of course, but I destroyed it. On the Tetzel it says, L'chvayin B'reinu Rabbeinu, B'haikara L'his Masrusai, Lilamed Torah L'chevrei Kallah in Shal Agudis Yisrael B'America, and Yasher Koyach to the Rav. We're giving this to him. As a totally inadequate yeshivisha, bacharisha expression of our Karas HaTayv. It should be some sort of what should we do? We were thinking, we got together, what should we do? Buy the Rav Svarim? I said, let's buy him a set of Minchas Ashers. What a great thing to do, since that's probably the most prevalent Svarim that are bought for Bar Mitzvahs in America, but we decided to pass on that one. Okay, so this is for the Rav, and now you can say a minute, some few words of Psicha.
First and foremost, as everyone realizes, the program and the arrangements in dealing with the Gedolei Yisrael who are going to come to speak is our Reb Shlomo Gottesman, and so now it's become not only a once-a-year job, but you hear it's a full-time job every single day. We also have to appreciate what went into this. The fact that the room is as full as it is today, to us, is mamish karev l'nes. When Shlomo and I were talking earlier on, we said we didn't know when we would start. We were hoping to have a Yarchei Kallah last year. When COVID started in March, we figured by January we surely would be able to have one. It didn't quite work, and we kept getting delayed. And then we said we'll try to do it now. And Eretz Yisrael was open for a while in November. We were scheduled for President's Day, and the country went into lockdown. For January, for Martin Luther King. Okay, and you shouldn't even say it, but for his birthday, which was our traditional one, and it didn't work out again. And then they opened it up for the week after that. We were talking about rushing to do it. We did a poll among all of the previous members, and it turned out, of course, that was a little bit too quick, and even this was very fast. You have to appreciate that what it takes to schedule people. People schedule their time in advance. They go to America, they don't know, they change, and that's why the whole program has been a little bit fluid in terms of switching speakers, but our great team from the Torah projects that runs the Yarchei Kallah and Yerushalayim worked very hard to keep everything in order. We have to also thank Mrs. Jacobs, who was responsible. Okay. It sounds simple to hand out books, but there's a lot more than that. In addition to the women's program, dealing with the hotel in terms of rooms and everything that is involved with that, she's done a remarkable job. We also have a tremendous Akara Satayv to the Lefkowitz family, who dedicated the whole Yarchei Kallah this year, and also to the other people who made dedications. We also have to remember that there were certain members, which I'm not going to enumerate, who were coming to the Yarchei Kallah year after year, and unfortunately did not survive the pandemic. And so we lost some of the members that way. But Baruch Hashem, the oilam that's here is tremendous and a tremendous chizuk. 1 second. Okay. One of my Adams asked me a question last week, and he said in the parasha, it says when HaKadosh Baruch Hu was talking to Moshe after the Ma'aseh Egel, he said he blamed it on it's Am Kishei Orev, that Bnei Yisrael are an Am Kishei Orev. And when Moshe responded back to him, he said also they're an Am Kishei Orev. So here it was done l'gnai, and here it was done l'shvach. So I said, I'm sure it's not my own original teretz, but the quality of being an Am Kishei Orev can be used for good, it can be used for bad. And when it's used for bad, it can be very terrible. And when it's used for good, it can be very, very strong. And that's what Moshe was responding to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I would say, people ask me, I am walking a little bit funny. Unfortunately, I had a stroke 4 months ago. And Baruch Hashem, my recovery has been great. In the beginning, I couldn't walk at all. And when I was in the hospital and then in rehab, they asked me what my goal was. So I said my goal was, first of all, to get out of here as fast as I can, and that I'd like to be able to walk unassisted with a walker, because at that point, I couldn't do that either. I was falling over to one side, and that's it. And Baruch Hashem, now I can walk unassisted. Still not far from perfect, but getting there, Baruch Hashem. And interestingly, the physicians that I had some trouble with my eyes, I had some other issues, and the physicians that I consulted with are here at the Yarchei Kallah. Okay, it turned out I asked one of them 2 weeks ago. He says, no, I'm not going to be here that next week. So I asked him, where are you going? So he says, Teretz Yisrael. So he says, why? He's going to the Yarchei Kallah. Okay, and even one of the other physicians who I dealt with, who I know for a long time, he's not here this year, but he's been here in previous years. So it's a machayah to be able to have members of the Yarchei Kallah as physicians. When I started physical therapy, they asked me what my goal was. So I told them my goal was to go to the Yarchei Kallah in January. Okay, that was it. Baruch Hashem, I can't complain that I had an extra few weeks of therapy along the way, but Baruch Hashem, I made it. And part of this comes from the following. It's a very interesting vart from a Meir Shapiro. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Avram Avinu, he said, V'tzei, Isai Achutza, V'yomer habeit na'ashamayma, HaKechavim, count the Kechavim, Im tucha lispar. See if you can count them. Okay? Lispar Oisam. V'yomer lei koyi yezaracha. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Avram Avinu, go out, count the stars, and you'll see you can't count them, there are so many. But you still got to go outside and start counting. He said, Koyi Zaracha. That's how Knal Yisrael is going to be. That even though there are challenges that look like they're very difficult, maybe even impossible, you go out and you try. The rest is Siyata D'Shmaya. And that's why, Baruch Hashem, we have the Yarchei Kallah, which we weren't sure we were going to have, but Koyi Zaracha, we went and we did it. And Baruch Hashem, B'li Ayin Hara, it's such a wonderful olam. And there are very few people who've been at every single Yarchei Kallah from the beginning. Okay? But Baruch Hashem, I was here, my brother was here. Okay, Moshe, I think you were here from the beginning too, for all of the times. And one of the other ones, of course, is our Rav HaKoved, who's going to speak now. Rav Asher was there from the first Yarchei Kallah and has not missed a single one. It's a great covet for us to have him address us. Kol Tov Yashik Chacham.
I just want to add as a quote to what Gedalia said. When I called him B'chinas Bikur Chaylim, when he was still not 100% well, I said, Gedalia, you have to get well. I said as a throwaway, we would love to have you come to your Kallah. He tells me I'm coming. Couldn't walk at the time. And I said, first of all, what betachan? And second of all, the schus of helping create thousands of hours of limited Torah in Eretz Yisrael and Yerushalayim Kodesh over 20 plus years is a big thing. And that goes for those who organize it and also goes for all of you who have attended over the years. And this schus al Beishtein Allah, Mazal Nor, Fulis and Yeshua, Subsuris Tovis, Kveda Rav, please.